Hello, everybody. Hello. It's me, Sage. I will be beginning off this what if. So, this what if has a very distinct script. I'll be going off first. Once we hit to 12, like when Naruto hits 12, Gojo, the person who's actually, posting this what if, will start talking. If Gojo wants to say hi, please feel free to say hi.
Yo, this is What If Naruto was a Demon, and let's begin.
Okay. The night of the Nine Tails attack. The Nine Tails was about to get sealed into Naruto, as then we see a mysterious man with glowing red eyes as he lurks in the corner, as he gives a smirk. Seems like it's time, as a red tentacle-like flesh weapon appears from behind him as he injects it in the Nine Tails. Substance falls in the Nine Tails. The Nine Tails yells out, a roar, shaking, as Minato blew it off as the Nine Tails being upset that he's about to get sealed again. Minato's about to prepare the hand signs. As Kushina comes, no, Minato, don't do it! That's our son right there! As we see baby Naruto crying, not knowing what's happening, confused, hearing so many different stuff. But his bright blue eyes, yellow hair, and the three whiskers. But that was about to change. After the Reaper Death Seal was finished, the Nine Tails impaled Minato and Kushina as they spit up blood. As they say, I'm sorry, Naruto. As Minato finishes the Reaper Death Seal, as the Nine Tails sealed inside of Naruto. A couple of hours after Minato and Kushina's death, Hiruzen shows up. He shows up to a different Naruto. He has horns. His whiskers are faded. He has fire markings all around. His eye color isn't as blue as it used to be, and his hair color is a little purplish. Hiruzen says, a demon, no, it's my responsibility. And they said if anything were to happen to their son, protect him. As Hiruzen grabs Naruto, we skip a couple of minutes after, and we see the council. They're somewhat prepared, not all of them. The civilian council's like, kill the demon, as the others are just sitting there. As Shikamaru's father says, this is horrible. What are we supposed to do? This is such a drag. First of all, he doesn't even look like none of his parents. His hair color is way different. Plus, his whiskers are faded. He has horns and fire marks all around him, on his face and his chin. As Hiruzen says, I don't know what to do with him, and before he could talk about Jiraiya, Danzo stepped up. As the civilian council looked at Danzo, wonder what he has. Danzo said, let me take in Naruto. Coming to a shock to everyone, Hiruzen expected something like this, but taking him in? No. He said, I'll take him in, I'll train him. He is the weapon of the leaf. As all the clan heads look at him, them say, weapon? That's still a child, remember. You can't be doing that. Hiruzen says, He knows he's right. He is a weapon, but remember, he's still a child. And he's the child of the fourth Hokage. We can't treat him like that, as he says. Danzo says, come on, I'll take him in, I'll train him. We don't want a war to happen and have an unprepared Jinchuriki, do we? You never know, a war could happen any moment, and we'll be the losing end, unlike last time. As Hiruzen said, are you saying all this because of something? Like, you're mad because you wasn't the Hokage and the Obirama didn't pick you? Are you mad because our Jinchuriki host was weak? As As Danzo says, no, not at all. So then why are you speaking like this, Danzo? First of all, why do you want to take in this boy? To train him? I know you have more ulterior motives. Like what? Danzo says. The civilian council agrees. As Danzo says, I have more votes, especially with the civilian council ruling too. There's no point. You might as well let me keep the boy. Hiruzen agrees hesitantly, saying, "If there's any fishy stuff, I will report into you, and I will you, and I will track it down and stop whatever you're doing." As he gives from Naruto resistantly, as he sends out a letter to Jiraiya saying, "Get your spy network on Danzo. He's fishy, and I can tell that something is wrong with him." Time skip, couple of hours. We see Danzo injecting stuff in Naruto, testing Naruto's limits, saying, "We need to prepare him for pain and stuff early on at an early age. So when we train him, he won't be so complainative. He won't be complaining too much." So, as he takes the boy and gives it to two females, saying, "Go into the forest," as he gives them water, and mix up Zoan type mushrooms, as they say, "Hi, but what are you going to do with it?" As Donzo says, "What I'm going to do is I'm going to train his poison resistance, because the type of training we're going to put him through, he's going to be a beast after this. He's going to be a man-made machine," as Donzo says with a crazy smirk on his face. One of the Ambus almost snap out of line, saying, "What's happening? Where am I?" I heard everything he said. As Donzo realizes this chakra of the Ambu who just snapped is different. It's fluctuating different. It's like it's regaining your senses. And Donald said, "Hey, you go ahead into the forest. Look for those mushrooms. I'll speak to your partner." And Donald said, "You're stepping out of line, I can see." And Donald said, "Question why?" And Donald chalks it up to her being one of the first Ambus he controlled, so it must be some sort of timer limit. As Donald said, "You're useless anyway. You never complete your missions." Donald kills her. As he said, "Before you leave to go get those mushrooms," as he calls up all of his members, "this is what happens when you step out of line, and I can sense when you do." Everybody is astounded, saying, "Wow, this is crazy." But anyways, we gotta continue our mission. Now, as we see the girl grinding up the mushrooms and mixing it with water, making it a soup-based liquid, as she forces it through Naruto's throat. Naruto feels weird. He's not crying because of the pain resistance, but he's morphing, as she says. His horn got bigger, and there's these red strands. As these red strands smells like blood. As they try to blast her away, but they're weak. What is this? Seems like they have sort of a will of their own. As Naruto opens one of his eyes, as two other eyes appear on both of his other eyes. One on the top, well, two on the top for his left and right, and two on the bottom for his left and right. As they open up, as they have some sort of kanji in it, and then they close again. We see a mysterious man with red eyes saying, "He has awakened. He's doing better than Danzo. Definitely, at such a young age, he's just an infant, only a couple of hours old." Danzo has no mercy, especially. At least let him get old enough. So, as the mysterious man with red eyes leave, she reports this back to Danzo. The kid had no fear, no crying, no nothing, but what he did have is some red stuff around him, and it looked like it was trying to blast me away or something. And as you can see, he has two rows of eyes, 6 eyes. And Danzo says, "Interesting," and his horn has gotten bigger. "It seems like we have an interesting specimen," as he says. We time skip a couple of years. Naruto is about 6 years old. He's training in Kendo, and he's getting trained by the best. You see Ruzen monitoring Danzo through a glass orb, but he doesn't see anything. It seems like there's something negating it. As he sends Kakashi to go on Danzo's trail, and he gives Kakashi one of Danzo's belongings, and Kakashi summons a dog to go track down Danzo. As he leaves, Ruzen thinks there. Danzo has been acting real fishy lately. He's been too aware. He's been too cautious, unlike regular. I get for Danzo to be cautious, but it seems like he's hiding something. As Hiruzen there's a knock on his door, as he sees Danzo. "What do you mean?" cautious. And who did you just send after me? And Hiruzen said, Danzo, I didn't send anybody after you. You're just, I don't know. As Danzo leaves, and Danzo turns around as something just vanished. Something was there. And Danzo leaves, and we hear a voice in Danzo's head. Danzo, they're onto you, so what will be your plan? As the voice says, I'm here watching, just remember that. And just know, Danzo, if anything happens to you, or if anything happens to that boy, it's you that will be in trouble. So make sure he's safe. That boy has potential, and I barely gave him any demon blood. He's evolving this good. He already has his demon blood art. As Danzo, almost muttering the word of this person. I'm sorry, Moo. As he stops himself. Remember, Danzo, you say my name and it's over. As he said, I'm sorry, but nothing will happen to that boy. And he's like, yeah, if anything happens, I'll be meeting you in person. And the voice fades away after saying that. Danzo looks around. He's back at his base and stuff. As Danzo pants, as he hears a siren go off. As Danzo looks around frantically, saying, I must get to Naruto. Something has either infiltrated or breaking out. As we hear one of Danzo's Anbu commanders saying, the experiment has left. The experiment has left. The demon is running away right now. He's on the eastern side. And Danzo rushes over there as he sees and hears 1,000 birds. He's like, silver hair? It's him. And Chidori! As he strikes down Danzo's men. As he leaps out the window, jumping and jumping. As Naruto wakes up, opening his eyes after getting karate chopped. What happened? What are you doing? Where are you taking me? As Danzo tries to use Izanami, and it doesn't work. Izanagi, sorry guys. And it doesn't work. He's out of range. I just wasted one of my eyes. And the mysterious man is there. So, what did I say, Danzo? But he's still there. I can catch up. I'll give you a couple of minutes. 1, 2, 3. As the mysterious man keeps on counting. As then, Kakashi runs away with Naruto, outspeeding Danzo. And the mysterious man rushes in front of Danzo saying, I left that job up to you. I could have went after him, but I put my faith, I trusted you. You said you'll be one of my powerfulest men. You said you wanted to be one of my pillars, as he says. As Danzo says, no, please, Lord Muzan, forgive me. As he realized the words he had said, as we realize this mysterious man is Muzan. Naruto gets a weird feeling back at the base he was just in. Like something demons, devilish is not supposed to be there, or is there. As he says, you know what happens when you say my name? As tentacles sprout out of Danzo. But Nando uses Izanami in time. As he says, it seems like you're safe. But you're not safe from my hands. As he injects his hand inside of Danzo as he fills Danzo up with his own blood, overloading Danzo as Danzo collapses on the floor, his organs ruptured as Danzo gasps for air. As Muzan slices Danzo's arm off and takes out Danzo's eye, saying, I'll be taking this, as Danzo bleeds out there, about to die. If Hiruzen didn't show up after what Kakashi told him. He found Danzo in such a beaten state. Who could have done this? He's like his arm is gone and his eye is missing. What happened? He takes Danzo immediately. He says Danzo might not make it. If only Tsunade was here, as a report that he sent to Jiraiya that day on getting Tsunade back to the village and getting you back to the village. Quick side note, Jiraiya, Minato's dad, and also Naruto's stepdad, Tsunade, Minato's mom, Naruto's stepmom. Okay? So, Jiraiya is running to the village right now with Tsunade after hearing the news about Naruto and Minato and Kushina. After convincing Tsunade to come after a long time, she willingly comes after hearing the news about her son being alive. We hear Danzo would enter something in the letters, making it look like Naruto died by erasing over what Danzo wrote. Tsunade was furious and wanted answers on what happened to Naruto. As she appears to the village, as she was first called in for Danzo, and she's like, "Why would I want to deal with Danzo? I'm over here for my grandson." Jiraiya says, "I can't be in this village for too long, so I'll only be here for 2 days." So Nadi says, "That's okay." So Jiraiya leaves now to go somewhere, and we see Nade running to Danzo's room, seeing him in a critical condition. As he heals up him, as she's wondering what happened, and Danzo says, "I don't know." As Nade was scanning him, and the Hyuga was also scanning him, as the Hyuga drops his utensils, as the scalpel drops on the ground. Tsunade says, "What are you doing?" As the Hyuga says, that's not a regular person. He's healing faster than a regular human, and he has extra organs. He has 2 hearts. He has 2 livers. He has 4 kidneys, and he has 3 lungs." As Hiruzen overhears this in the corner, saying, "Care to explain, Danzo? What type of experiments have you been running this time?" As he said experiments, him and Tsunade remember Orochimaru. Were you doing bidding with that snake? As Danzo chuckled a little bit. "You mean Orochimaru? No. Why would I do bidding with that snake? He'll backstab me anyway or inject me with something that I don't want." He says none of the above. As Hiruzen says, "So then how do you have those many organs?" As he says, "I've been doing experiments on people, but since it didn't work, I did it on myself. And it seems like the experiment was a success. I've been able to reach semi-perfect. We can give humans a perfect body. They'll be better in fighting. That's all you care about. Fighting, combat, war, winning. The Hokage, what changed?" As Hiruzen says, Danzo says nothing. As Danzo thinks in his head, "That was close. I had to come up with something on the spot. Now I need to back this up if he ever explores around more." We hear Muzan in the back of his mind saying, "You lucky I took that arm of yours and the Sharingan. If I didn't know that Hugo was gonna be there, I saved you, and now you owe me. You're gonna get back that boy any way possible. Don't make it look suspicious. You're ruining my plans, and I told you to be stealthy." We time skip a couple years, 2 years. Naruto is 10. As we see Naruto flashback, he's with Kakashi. Naruto looks so dull. He looks nothing. No enjoyment, no feeling. All he knows is fighting and training. As Naruto sitting there training while Kakashi signing the adoption papers. As Kakashi stops Naruto from training, saying, "Come on, Naruto, you need to relax." Naruto's like, "How can I relax, though?" And he's like, "Come here. We'll go to a ramen shop." As we see Kakashi, his new adopted son, eating ramen. As in the first time, Naruto felt something. He felt warmth. He felt like he felt belonged. This ramen has some feeling on him, as Naruto with joy on his face slurps up the ramen, and Naruto sees a black-haired woman with a black-haired child. As this black-haired child with the Uchiha crest on the back, saying, "Ha ha, hi," shyly. Mito brings Sasuke out, saying, "Hi, Kakashi. This is Sasuke Uchiha. Funny seeing you here." As he says, "Hi, Mito." Kakashi knows Sasuke's mom from Kushina and Minato. So, as all of that, they're sitting there eating. Naruto and Sasuke, Naruto's true first friend, was met. As Naruto and Sasuke got along well, as a couple years, Naruto's 10. As Naruto He's with joy on his face, hanging out with his father, having a good day. As after that, his father has to leave on a mission. Naruto sees Sasuke, but Sasuke looks different. He has anger in his eyes. Blood on Sasuke? Looks like he's tired. Sasuke says, Naruto! As he screams out, looking at Naruto. As he says, fight me. He knows Naruto's strong. He's seen him train. And him and Naruto had gotten in a fight and Naruto won. But if he knows his training by himself wasn't for nothing, he needs to see if he has gotten strong and able to beat Naruto. As the others and Naruto know, this was the day of the massacre. The day where it all changed and went downhill. As Naruto wasn't in the academy yet, no, they didn't get to sign him. As Sasuke rushes at Naruto, kunai in hand. As Naruto disarms Sasuke quickly, putting him down, saying, Sasuke, what's wrong with you? As he can see the vengeance in Sasuke's eye, saying, I will get stronger! And as soon as Sasuke tries to awaken his Sharingan, like he did, he passes out because of the fatigue that his brother put him through, the genjutsu he did. This one, Sasuke was able to stand up and get up after the genjutsu. His will to find Naruto, to fight, was stronger. As all Itachi saw was his brother and the anger in his eyes. As Kakashi appears back, sensing Itachi, as he's like, Itachi? I thought he was gone on a mission. As he wasn't filled in yet. Time skip. Where Naruto is 12, as he's in the academy, still no friends.